Hi everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. I'm so excited to be with you guys tonight. I have had so much fun making these Easter projects for you, and I hope that you will love them as much as I have loved making them. So today I want to share with you my gingham triangle box carrot. So how cute is this carrot? We're using pumpkin pie for the cardstock, but this is Cajun Craze. It's part of the Timeless Plaid designer series paper. It has a variety of really beautiful plaid papers. Do not miss out on this gorgeous pack. And I am going to show you how to make this cute project. And we even have some pretty peacock greenery on our carrot top. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So I've also used the Storybook Memories designer series paper for these carrots. There's so many items you can fussy cut out of them, and as well as using the different dies to cut out the little critters. There's a bunch of critters, and then of course the Storybook garden patch. I have used the little spade here and the terracotta pots, but you guys are going to love this project. It is super quick and easy, and I can't wait to share it with you now. So let's move all of this stuff out of the way and we will get started. I'm going to put our carrot over here so that you can still see it. Over by my punch. I don't need that right away. So we are going to start with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 pumpkin pie. Okay. And super simple. You're going to score it like you're making a card at the 5.5 inch mark. And then you're going to turn it, and at the 2 1/8, which is the halfway of the 4 1/4. So just put a tick mark and put a tick mark at the 2 1/8 on that side. So you have like an indentation in your cardstock to help you so much. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that indentation on this black line. I have scored with a Sharpie down the 6 inch mark. I'm going to put my little divot right on that 6 inch mark, and I'm also going to put my point of my my corner here where the score line is. I'm going to put that on that mark. So now I have a perfect way to get a triangle right here. So there's one. I'm going to do the other side, same thing. Leave this piece here and line up my little divot right there. I'm hoping that you guys can see. I'm going to move it up a little. I think you can though. So we'll put that one there and put this one here. And we'll start on the little divot mark and work our way to this corner. So basically what you want to do is go from the outer corner to that halfway on both ends. So let's do it one more time. There's that little divot mark, and I gotta move this one over, and then you gotta adjust once you get it in place. All right, so we'll start there and go to the corner, okay? And the last one. So put that little divot up there and bring this into the corner. And we'll start at the divot and we'll work our way to the corner. So when you're done, you should have 2 triangles on either side on your paper there. I'm gonna make sure that you guys can see that. Let me put this back up here. I want to make sure that you guys can see it really well in the paper. So see the triangles on either end from the point, from the halfway point to the halfway point. So that is your box. So now, of course, what do we always do when we have score lines? We're going to burnish. If I can find my bone folder. Here we go. I found it. All right, so we're going to go from here to the corner, from here to the corner. I want to make sure I got that one good. There we go. From here to the corner. And from here to the corner. Oh my gosh, I need to put new tape on that. But for right now, I'm just gonna place it. All right, so here are our pieces, and I forgot to score down the center, so let's go ahead and make sure. That should have been my first one, so do that one first, guys. All right, your centerpiece, because you want that to always be straight. Sorry about not doing it first, but these are still gonna work, and this forms our carrot just like that, okay? So there are our pieces. So now we need to add our gingham to the sides. So I took a piece of Timeless Plaid gingham, and it is 4 by 6 inches. And I did mark the center point right here, just so that I knew where I was aiming for. But we're gonna have to adjust as we go, I promise you, because it's too long. And I just wanted to have an idea though when I put it in the trimmer, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to use my my mini guillotine, and this centerpiece here is 4 1/4 inches. So I wanted it to come in 4 inches, which is why I cut it 4 inches wide. I just cut it the whole length of the designer series paper. We're not going to use it all. You'll see in a minute. But we're going to just start and try and get this same angle on here. Okay. So all we're going to do is we're going to start at this midpoint. Okay. And I'm going to put it right under my guillotine. Or I'm going to try, and I'm going to put the edge of this paper, and I'm going to cut down, okay? That's the best that I can do, okay? I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So from the end of that piece, I'm going to bring this as far up as I can, and I'm going to bring this to this point right here, and we're still going to have to trim it a little, but it's going to help, okay? So let me show you what I have. See how we have that mark down there in the middle? So it's good at the top, but we need to taper it on the sides, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this point and leave it straight on there. I'm just going to angle my sides out so that it's sticking beyond, and the point is a little beyond, and we're going to see how that side looks. And you just take a little bit off at a time. I think that's really good right there. Maybe a hair more at the bottom. So we're going to line all of this off and just hang the bottom off. Just a smidge, but everything else should be good. Let's look at that now. All right, so we're good there. Let's do the other side. Again, this piece here is perfect, so we're going to put it right along there, but the rest is hanging off just slightly. And let's see where we are. And you're just going to keep adjusting till you get your carrot just right. Just a hair more, I think, on the points, and we should be good. So that means everything else is staying right along the cut line, except the point is just hanging out just slightly. And that will taper the point a hair. All right, let's look at it. And I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to go with that. So now these pieces that were left over are going to be our side pieces, okay? So this one, it goes right here. We just have to trim it down. And we're going to do the same method, only just on this edge. This one right here should be perfect down that side. We just have to trim this edge right here, okay? So one thing that you can do is you can lay this piece along this edge and leave that little lip the way you want it, and then you can take your piece and kind of show where you want to cut that first cut, and that really helps when you have that curl on that end. So let's see how we're doing so far. That looks good. We just need to taper this side in just a hair more. So we're just going to bring this in, let it hang it off the edge slightly. And I just take little bits off at a time. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, I love it. That one turned out really good. See, it's easier because you have that edge that you can use. Okay, so there's that one. That one's ready. And you see that second cut was not very much. The first cut was the most. So let's do the same here with this other side. So this one here, this straight edge is going to be what we use as our guide. Okay. And we're going to take this end here and we're going to curl it around our box so that we have an idea of how we want our piece to be. Let me redo that. There we go. All right. And then that curl becomes what we hang right on top. And of course, I didn't cut it good enough. Let's try that again. Got it now. So we're going to lay this one on here. And remember, the straight edge doesn't move. So we need to cut just a hair more off this end. So I'm just going to hang it off the end and cut. And this should be perfect now, just like we did last time. So we're going to lay that down. Looks amazing. What do you guys think? All right. So that's how you get these pieces. So let's go ahead and glue them onto our box. Let me grab my silicone mat. Let's do our middle triangle first. And I really wanted that pumpkin pie, that bright color, to be around this Cajun craze color. I just thought the two of them together would look amazing, and I really was happy with the result when I finished. All right, let's try and move some of this glue so it's not like major ooze central. Gonna slide it up with my finger. There we go. All right. These, I just want to make sure that I have enough glue on the outer edge. Okay. So let's try not to stick my box in that piece. So we'll put our point down here and we'll slide it into place like this. Wiggle it over. Make sure that that top is straight. Our point is straight. All right, so there's that. If we have any glue at the end, we will fix it. All right, let's do one side here. This is so fun, this box. I have used this triangle box so many different ways. I have used it for the witch's hat that oops, wrong side, guys. Whoops. I have used it for the witch's hat. I have used it for the, oh my gosh, I've done them out of DSP. I really love this box. It holds so much candy. And you could put lollipops in here because it's long and the point will hold the stem of your lollipop. So many things you can put in this piece. Let's put this last glue on and glue it over the top of that one I made the mistake on. All right, and then I'll clean off my mat with a baby wipe in a minute. All right, so this one has a little glue to start. So we're gonna start with the straight edge, remember that. Get that part straight, and then we're gonna wiggle our point down and in. See how pretty that is? This is really beautiful, I think, on this box. Let me get a baby wipe now so that I can clean off the mat and make sure not to get it on any other projects. All right. All right, nice and clean. All right, so let's go ahead and close our box. So to close it, we're going to use 5/8 inch Velcro, and it's a special Velcro. Don't just buy any Velcro off of Amazon. Use the links that I provided you, because this Velcro is super thin. It's ultra thin, and you want that for your Velcro. And what we're going to do is I'll show you. It comes separated. So you have a whole row of these and a whole row of these. I always stick them together. It makes it easier for me when I'm making my projects. So once I cut off the two that I need, I go ahead and stick them together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm just going to take my scissor, and while it's still on those carrier sheets, I'm just going to half it. Okay. So there's half and half of my Velcro. This is the 5/8 inch. I have the 3/8, which I use more than the 5/8. But when you have a larger project, you need a bigger piece. So like you saw before, this Velcro, one side is more white. See, on my left hand, and my right hand has the more clear. The clear is what I want to be on the orange, and the part that has the gingham, I want the white, because I don't want people to see that white. So I'm going to start with the white. I'm going to pull the back off of the side that has the white. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it right here to the edge. And I'm going to leave that carrier sheet on. Let's find, oh my gosh, I have hiccups now. Let's find the white side. It's this side. So we'll peel the back off of that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Attach your half of a Velcro circle. So there they are. You're going to pull the back off of this one, and you're just going to hold it right along that edge. And you can open this side and push your fingers in there real good. All right. And then you're going to open this side, pull the carrier off of this side, and then do the same thing. Bring this point inside there and push that up against, and then you can put your fingers in there and really get it nice and tight down that one side there. Okay. And then you can open. Okay, so see how the cloudy one is underneath the vellum. So you're not going to see that one as much. And this one kind of hides. You don't see it as much. So that right there and this right here will hold your carrot point together. And it's where you can tuck all your little candies and stuff, but it will stay closed. Okay, so let's get rid of these Velcro pieces. We're going to work on the top. So for the top here, I used a 1/2 inch circle, half of a circle, and I used the 1 3/4 inch, and I punched it out of Pretty Peacock. So let's go ahead and do that. And this circle punch is available through Stampin' Up, so you can purchase it on my website. The 1 3/4 inch size is available. All right. And what we're going to do here is we're going to get our, I forgot what I was going to call it, but we're going to get our guillotine trimmer. And 1/2 inch mark for this 1 3/4 inch circle is 7/8 of an inch. So you're going to put that, end of the circle right at the 7/8, right on that little tick mark, and slice your circle in half, and then you'll have 2 identical half circle pieces. So 7/8 of an inch is your halfway. Okay. I also stamped in Memento Tuxedo Black on basic white cardstock the pots from Storybook Garden patch, this one right here. And I did this little spade right here. I'm going to talk to you about all of the blends that I used to color them. So I colored the pots in Cajun Craze, and I used just the light Cajun Craze. And then for the spade, I used Pretty Peacock Dark and Smoky Slate Dark. And that's what I used for the spade. The carrots are a piece of designer series paper. We're going to fussy cut that out. And then the piece for the sentiment of was just a scrap piece of Pretty Peacock that I used to stamp that Easter greetings on, and I already have that. Let me measure that for you. I don't know the exact measurement, but I cut it after I had stamped it. So 5/8 of an inch by 1 3/4. Okay, so I stamped it first and then I trimmed it down to that size. So those are all the pieces for the front. So let's go ahead and fussy cut out our carrots, and then we can get decorating our box. So you can be as intricate as you want in fussy cutting. It's your project, your choice, and your skill level, right? If you're not as good, just practice fussy cutting and you will get better, I promise. And just leave yourself a little bit wider scope. You don't have to go as deep or go into the little crevices as deep as somebody who has more experience can do. You just stay a little farther out, and I think you will do just fine. Carrot greens are a little wild anyway. They have no uniformity, and there's nothing you can do to really mess this up. So as you can see, I'm only moving the scissor in my right hand. I'm using my left hand to rotate my designer series paper back and forth so that I can get all of those little cuts into the greenery. And when I have a piece that is too short, I like to cut it off because it's just going to be in my way, dangling there. So goodbye. And then we are almost done with the greens, and then I can work on the carrots. So let's get that part done. So tell me, guys, have you started working on your Easter projects? I would think so. Easter is like a month away, right? Or a little bit more than a month. So it's time to get started. Order the products that you want to use and start making some cute things. I hope that you will make some of the projects that I have created for you guys to use. And if you do, please post them in my VIP group, Kelly's VIP. Also, don't forget, I have a promotion going on right now. I'm trying to earn the incentive trip, and I can use all the help I can get. So I would love it if anybody chose to place an order with me. As a thank you, I am providing you with some gifts. So any order, any size, you're going to get a hand-stamped card from me that I have created, and I will write inside of it for you, a little note to you, personalized. I will also, for $50 or more, you will get that card, and you will also get my tutorial bundle. I send that to anyone, any single month that has a $50 order or more. If you choose to put in more than $50 with me and you hit the $75 level, I will send you an embellishment of my choice, and I will just pick something that's in the current catalog that will fit into an envelope for me to be able to send to you in your card that I mail you out. And then if you spend $100 or more, I will give you a sampler pack of designer series paper, and I think you're going to love it. It is a variety of all different types. So disclaimer here, you never know what you're going to get. Some of it may be retired, some of it may be current. It just depends on what I have and how many people order, of course. And I would be so grateful to you if you help me and be a little bitty part of my story in helping me earn this trip. I've never tried to earn the trip since I have been a demonstrator for 5 years. But this is my thank you to you. Not only is it March, my birthday month, but it is also my Stampiversary month, and I have been with Stampin' Up! This time around for 5 years. So I just wanted to say thank you, and thanks for helping me earn my trip. Okay, so we are going to add these carrots that we fussy cut to our pots, and then we're going to add the trowel. We're only going to put adhesive right here on this end, and we're going to add it right here on this piece. All right, and then we're going to put dimensionals on the back. So let me find my dimensionals. Oh, it looks like I have pieces. Let's close this. I have pieces of dimensionals. That's okay. They work, right? No shame in using the edges. No one sees the back, right? All right, so let's use this and do another one. And let's do one more. You guys know I like to use dimensional, so don't be surprised by the amount that I use. Doot, doot. All right, let's add that one there. And I think I'm going to use some minis, but let's go ahead and cut some pieces. Whoops, did I already pull the back on? I guess, I don't know where it went. I guess it stayed on there. Okay. Let's see, we'll add another one of these. And let's grab a mini right there. And then I like to use these edges whenever I have things like the trowel handle right here, or this top of my carrot piece that needs a little love. I will add a little edge, and I save the edges from the minis and I fill in with these pieces. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to add a small piece right here because it needs a little support. All right, so I think I've finally filled enough dimensionals on the back. Let's pull them off. And I'm going to go ahead and add, we're going to add to the bottom. Let me find, yeah, the bottom of this sentiment. I'm going to put 4 of those. All right. That way I don't have to pull them out right now. And we're going to add some to our, probably am going to have to open another pack of the larger dimensionals, but right now we're just going to work with what we have until I need them. So let's go ahead and add our little decoration to the front of our carrot, and then we're going to also do our ribbon, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I do appreciate everybody who supports my business and orders from me. It means the world to me. And I love this community, regardless of whether you order from me or not. We're family, right? And so thanks for helping me. If you are able to help earn this trip, I am so grateful to you guys. Okay, so we're going to add this about, oops, looks like I got some glue on the front. Not surprised. My fingers always end up with glue on them. But the beauty is we can erase. Okay. So we're going to add this right about here where it fits. Just where all of these little things fit perfectly, we're going to just drop it right there. So there is our decoration. And let's get rid of these backs. And then I'm going to talk to you about the ribbon. Okay. So these 2 half circles, we're going to use some mini glue dots, and we're going to use this metallic ribbon, the Pretty Peacock metallic ribbon. Okay, so we're just going to cut some pieces as we go. So what I'm doing here is I have this ribbon. You can see how it's metallic-y, and you can see some of that metallic throughout the little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my bone folder, okay? And I'm just going to grab, like you're going to try and curl a ribbon. And when you start doing this, see what happens is you see that gold on the end? It starts coming out. And once it does that, you can have quite a good time pulling the gold piece out from your. And when you have your carrot tops, as long as you want them to be, I think that's good for me. Right there, what you want to do is just trim with your snip that little filament of that gold, okay? And I'm going to discard that, but if you want to save it, you can, okay? Then I'm going to take and I'm going to cut a little bit down here, not too far, okay? And we're going to burn that end so that with the barbecue lighter so that it won't fray, okay? So now that piece is ready to be attached onto our circle, okay? So let's do our next one. So we're going to start by pulling until we get enough of that gold that we can get our little carrot top the length that we want it. And you can see it goes quite quickly. When you have it the length you want, you're going to trim and then discard that little gold thread, you're gonna snip, and we're gonna singe the end so that it doesn't fray. And we need 4 of these, okay? So there's number 2. I think I got it pretty close. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. All right, again, start with your bone folder. Grab the thread, pull, pull, pull until you're happy with the length of your carrot tops. That's good there. Then just trim. I gotta find the gold filament to trim it. There it is. Trim your gold filament. Throw the excess in the trash. Or keep it. I don't need it for anything right now, so I'm tossing it. Okay. Cut your end here and barbecue that so it won't fray. Okay, that's that one. One more to go. Remember, curl, 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 grab. And we have our last one. I think that's good. Grab my filament here. Gotta find it. Okay, there we go. Trim. Toss the excess. Cut our ribbon. This ribbon is fun because you can have the little pieces hanging. All right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and close up my ribbon. I always keep a mini binder clip around mine. All right, and the last piece, of course, we have to singe that end because we don't want it to fray. All right, so there's my 4 pieces. So I'm going to show you how to place those onto your half circles with mini glue dots. So let me grab my mini glue dots. All right, and we are going to pull back here, and we're going to put one on this piece, press it into the ribbon, pull it up, and we're going to put right here in the center of that half circle. Well, let's get one to match it. Put that one there, and put it in the center of that half circle, okay? So that's number 1. So there's those. Now we're going to do 2 more. Got a mini glue dot. Ribbon and mini glue dots just go together. They're best friends. So if you don't have mini glue dots for your ribbon, you're missing out. They definitely help your ribbon to behave. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to add 1 to this outer piece. And let's grab 1 more. And add another 1 to this outer piece. And on the opposite end, okay? So now we have this piece and this piece, okay? And we're gonna use some dimensionals. This is why I said I needed to grab a full-size dimensional. So I should have one here that I can get started. All right. All right, here we go. So we're gonna take, and we're gonna put 3, 1 over each ribbon piece and 1 on the rounded part here, okay? And again, flip it over. 1 holding each piece of that ribbon, and then 1 on this rounded piece. And then I'm going to use a mini at the top, okay? And then that's what you need for your that's what you need for your piece, okay? So what we're going to do is the one that has the ribbon in the middle, we're going to pull the backs off, and we're going to attach this to the front of our triangle box. Okay, and I'll show you in a second. So what you want to do is you want the straight edge, so you can kind of just play with your little filaments that are hanging down, straighten them out. And I'm going to turn this upside down, and I want the straight edge of my circle to be the straight edge of my DSP, and then I just want to push that, and there it's about even on either side. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just get it about where it needs to be. Okay, now we're going to flip that to that side, and we're going to attach these 4 to the back. Not this 4, this half to the back. So we took the 4-dimensional backings off, same thing, upside down. And you want to try and look so that you get it about in the same spot, but basically halfway, right along the edge of your triangle box. And then just push all of them together, both sides, like this. And then that's how you get your carrot top. Isn't it cute? And then the finishing touch is this sentiment that says Easter greetings. I left mine straight. You can make yours a little longer if you want and banner the ends. I put 4 mini dimensionals along the bottom, and I'm going to put wet adhesive across the top, and I'm going to share with you how to attach this. So the bottom that has the word greetings, that's what I'm going to push. I'm going to keep these to the back for right now. That's what I'm going to push those dimensionals up against that circle. And right where they hit the end of that half circle is where I'm going to attach my sentiment. I needed it to be lifted up because this had dimensionals, and the glue glues right to that half circle here in the front. And there is my piece and my cute little carrot with the crazy hair. He's a headbanger. And then to open, you just open the sides, and as much candy as you can fit in this piece here, you can fill that up with M&Ms, or you can put a little Easter grass, up to you. And then this piece here on the sides holds it fast, and there is your cute little carrot. And if you want to, you can fold a little piece of cardstock, for instance. I don't have one right here, but I have this little scrap paper. So let's say you fold this, a little scrap paper. You can always put that here in the bottom and then close your piece. Just make sure it's not any higher than your sides. So measure this and make sure it's not any higher. You want it shorter than the sides. And that will prevent or help hold in when you attach your pieces so that your candy doesn't fall out through the bottom. But I don't think it will. I have tried to put kisses in mine and it worked. So just practice and figure out what you want to do for you. And there is our cute little project. Let me grab our products that we use. Again, the 1 3/4 inch punch. We used Storybook Garden Patch and Storybook Friends for the sentiments. There are 2 fantastic bundles. If you don't own them, I think you would love to have both. So you want to use those. And then, of course, the designer series paper from the Timeless Plaid and from the Storybook Memories. So thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. And don't forget, put your orders in, get your freebies, help me celebrate my 5 years with Stampin' Up! And my birthday. I appreciate you guys so much. You're amazing, and you mean so much to me. To order, make sure that you use the host code to get that promotion. You can find that on my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. You're going to, if you're on your computer, you're going to go to the blog, and on the side, you'll see it. And on mobile, you'll go to the blog, and it's all the way on the bottom. Just scroll all the way up till you see my photo. And then underneath that, if you click that, it'll put the code in for you. If you spend more than $150, don't use the code. I will still give you all of the freebies. I appreciate you so much. thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope that you have a fantastic week. I will see you in a couple days for another video. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!